That is lovely. That's a rare find. Now this is a bit of me. Another rarity. Stumbled across this thing. Lovely, lovely. So welcome back to another video. We are at Petrol Hedonism down at Wembley Stadium. We have brought the Twin and the V6. We're here for the full weekend. Who knows what it's going to be like. It's the first time coming to this show. First impressions, a lot of selection, a lot of different cars. There's a lot of social media people around. I'm looking forward to it. Should be very interesting. So let's see what the weekend has to bring. Let's see what this show's like. So this is where we are with the Twin and the V6. We have Mark McCann's Lamborghini behind us. We are literally right in front of the main Petrol Hedonism stage. We'll walk round and see first impressions. I did spot a dimmer Clio, so we'll go and have a look around that shortly because I spoke to the owner. There should be some interesting things here this weekend. We'll have a good close look at them. Now this is a bit of me. The old DTM Mercedes. These look immense if you ask me. There's a place I follow online who does the full body kit for them. I think they look amazing, they do. There's something about an old DTM car which looks amazing. I hope it's the Cosworth. We'll come and have a look around later on, hopefully when the bonnet's up. I never talked to the owner, but this is lovely. Interesting Supra. Now, I might be wrong, but from memory, I've got something like, begins with F, flood kit or something like that. I might be completely wrong, please put it in the comments. But again, you don't really see Supras done up like this no more, because I think because the value's gone up and the community of rarity's gone up, they stopped modifying them as much as this. But back in, like, say, the Max Power era, massive body kits and OTT, over-the-top styling. I've flung out. Listen, someone will put it in the comments. What body kit is this on this Supra? That's a rare find. We've got a Turbo Technics Capri. So I would have thought this would be like a 2.8 laser with either a single turbo or twin turbo. If you watch the channel, you will see stuff like the Minka. So Turbo Technics would take brand new cars and add turbos to them and convert them. This was like the Capri version, and as you can see, Turbo Technics. Really, really nice to see this. And what is interesting, if anyone does come to this show, is I'm at a sea of supercars and I'm looking at all Capris. Is flip paint coming back? Who knows? I've been walking around the show, obviously it's quiet and they haven't opened the doors yet. There's fair few now with flip paint. Fair few. So, is the era coming back of wild body kits, big wheels and flip paint? Who knows? I am a fan of flip paint to a fashion on the right cars because I think it does look quite well on this. On some, doesn't look too well, but I do like this on this GR Yaris. This thing is wild. Like I say, it's not really my thing, the newer stuff, but this is an M3 Touring. Looks like it says competition on the back. I don't even get a competition, but look at the size of the turbo on this. This will make some serious power, this thing. What I do find is a lot of the guys don't really do a lot of engine tuning on these. They're very few and far between, but it looks like it's got some kind of PWR charge cooler on top, because PWR make intercoolers and charge coolers. A giant precision turbo, looks like something like a 76. This looks like an insane build. Another nice car. I've seen this on the internet, I think, a few times. Sierra 3-door, but it's got the badge of, I think it says LS400 on the back. So I'm going to surmise, and again from memory of watching some bits of this online, this is going to be a V8 LS engine. Which one it is, I don't know. We'll have a look later on. The really nice, clean Sierra. In a sea of supercars, the old classics are standing out more and more. There is a sea of E30s and old BMs. This one stands out, I think, because the colour. That is lovely. Look at a new modern M3, and I think that there is far prettier. An Alpina one, lovely. They are very rare. Look at the sea of the BMWs. It's nice to see them still represented and still out. Look at this beautiful thing. That there is stunning. So I know I'm in a sea of supercars, but look at that. See, that there is far prettier than the modern thing. It's just got style and class. And then another E30 with some wide arches. Really well turned out BMWs. Not my thing, but these two from memory are probably some of the fastest twin turbo Lambos in the UK. Now Buzz Singh from memory, he had the Joker R35 GTR, which I think set on fire on the motorway. The GTR was insane. I've seen this run at Pod and I think this runs into the 8s. So I would have guessed. I recognise the name, but I can't think of what car he used to own. But again, two insane twin turbo Lambos, both with nice touches, precision turbos. They've got to be up there in the horsepowers of well over 1,000. Again, not really my thing. When things are fast with giant turbos, you've got to appreciate them. Very clean, very well presented. Evo, Tommy Mac, these were nice. Ironically, they weren't that rare back in the day. So obviously when it all kicked off the import scene, you could pick these up for relatively cheap money. And I remember I bought a non-Tommy Mac version. I think I paid 4,400 quid for it. So that just shows how the market's gone on all the imports. They've just gone through the roof. And never mind these things. These used to be, I don't know, I think they were 30, 40 grand back in the day. Now you're lucky if you're getting one for 150. Insane how the import market has changed and how they've increased. And like I say, the value of these cars have gone through the roof. So this is the pink lower area. This is one of the other areas of show cars. I'm guessing there's an upstairs as well. Let's throw one down there. Let's see what we can see. So this sums my brain up completely. Lambo, 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 Lambo. Not interested. Couple of Cozzies. They're very nice turned out Cozzies here. Love an Escort Cosworth. The Sapphire. Beautiful, beautiful cars. Now I've not seen this close up yet. This is the world's fastest shed. From my knowledge, this is a Audi floor underneath. I think it's an RS4, RS6 underneath. Can you imagine seeing this going down the motorway? It would be insanely funny. And to be honest with you, when I see it on the internet, it doesn't show you how wide this is. This has got to be at least 6 foot wide. It's mad as a bucket of frogs, this. Can you imagine just sitting in there driving down the motorway? Mental. See, it might be an RS6. I don't know, because it's got a VW steering wheel on. It's just a garden shed. And I love it. I absolutely love it. This thing, like I say, is fully road legal. Can you imagine this doing 70 mile an hour down the motorway? And I love the fact the owner has put all like these little things everywhere and stuck them down. That there, at the moment, is probably the vehicle which has made me laugh so much. This is a lovely build. This is an S2000. Carbon doors, carbon wings, bumpers, roof. Also nice touch, S2000 plate. This is the guys. Instagram, give them a shout, because I think I'm going to try and get in touch and do a full feature on this. So this is the pink lower area. First time walking in. Upstairs was more a food hall, to be fair. So this is classed as pink lower. Let's have a wander around, see if we can spot anything down here. Again, McLarens, Lambos. An old Lancia Delta. Oh, it's a 16 valve. I saw this drive past last night. Me and my son were talking about it. It is actually a 16 valve. I actually said it was an 8 valve. Don't know a lot of specifics, I'm sure someone will comment. I always thought the 16 valves are all the evolutions with the spoilers and all that type of thing. But no, everyone loves a Lancia Delta. Auto Alex and his V6 MX-5. Not seen this close up, but I bet this is quite alright. I don't know if these, I don't know, it comes standard with them, with a V6, I wouldn't have thought so. I don't even know what it comes out of, but interesting one. I'll have a word with Alex and see if I can get some specs. Obviously, very, very iconic car. Doesn't need no introductions. This is Ken Block's old Gymkhana Fiesta. Obviously, now owned by Mark McCann. Since obviously the passing of Ken Block, this thing has gone everywhere, and very much so. Just to keep obviously the story of Ken Block alive, show the younger generation who maybe missed the Ken Block videos. Just think that I've watched them videos so many times, and this is that car. Outstanding. I'm going to guess this is some of Shmee's cars. Ironically, people won't believe this, but I don't watch much YouTube, but to be fair. But obviously this looks like it's some of the Shmee collection, because obviously I only know for a little bit he has the registration plates of Shmee as close as he can. So this is some of his cars from his collection that have been put on today for show. See, just walking up, this is a bit of me. Please don't open that bonnet. Oh no, don't do it, don't do it. Oh, it spoilt it. It spoilt it. I thought the Charger come through the bonnet. It killed it for me. It was so much winning, but then now it just lost. The Charger is fake and rattling around. Oh no. So this is obviously the Fast and Furious area, with all the kind of the replica Fast and Furious cars have come to display, and obviously that's why the Dodge Charger there is. I can remember when the first Fast and Furious came out, and I took my laptop to the local car meet with all my friends, and we watched the scene where that car wheelies racing the Supra on the car park in the middle of the town hall, because I was like, you need to watch this, boys. That's going back a few years. Another rarity, Nissan Pulsar GTIR. Rare thing, these. Like I said, I spotted one on a video. If you watched the video when I went to see Connor's Astra, and there was one there being restored, flip painted. Again, nicely presented. On a future video, I have found a Nova with the full floor pan swap from a Nissan Pulsar. So it's got the engine, the gearbox, the transmission, everything. So that'll be coming soon to the channel. Stumbled across this thing. Lovely, lovely. 205 GTI dimmer. And it says on the back, turbo. So I would suspect this is something like, I wonder if it's a 1.8 turbo, because they'd like a Turbo Technics conversion, or whether they went for something bigger like the 2 litre. This is right on my street. So we've got this one, and obviously there's a Clio in the other hall. These are really coming round, and I really have a soft spot for this. Obviously everyone knows what I like. This area is amazing. Wide arches, and anyone who doesn't know the dimmers, they had split rims as standard as part of the kit. Wow, I'm going to hopefully come back, find the owner and see what's in it. So first impressions, obviously just had a quick walk around. Very much supercar and hypercar based show, which isn't a bad thing. A lot of the modern stuff, again, isn't a bad thing. It's what people are into and everyone has their own taste. But very much, if you're a hypercar and supercar fan, this is definitely the place to be, to go and see them all. There is some very nice, outstanding classics. We'll have a bit better of a walk around and we'll get a bit more details and some in-depth videos on some cars during the weekend, because I just had a quick walk before it opens. And as you can see, the queues are already starting and it opens about 10:30, so about another 15 minutes. Already building up and getting busy. So obviously I've just come walking out. As for the queues getting busy, they're already queuing around the block. And like I say, it's not even opened yet. It's going to be quite a big show, if I'm being honest. It looks like it's going to be very busy. First time I've been to this show. Just kind of representing the twin engine brand here. Well experienced the weekend. Already bumped into some of the other YouTubers like Mark McCann, the Motor Addict lads, just seen Ben Collins. It should be good. Plenty of time, plenty of things to see. Let's enjoy the weekend. So the doors have just opened, 10:30. People are now starting to wander in. You've seen the queues. It looks like it's going to be very busy. So here is the dimmer Clio, one of only 2 made on the Clio Williams 2 chassis. What can I say? Super clean. We're going to do a full feature on this in the future. This stands out for me. To say, like you say, see a supercars, and I'm picking out a dimmer Clio. So I've come back to have a look under the bonnet. This makes, I'm being told, 1,300 horsepower. This is the wide arch Supra, and look at how clean that is. Beautiful engine. Like I say, 2JZ, huge precision turbo. Looks like it's got twin injectors per cylinder. Beautiful setup, really nice. So it's just turned 12 o'clock on day 1, and all I can say is, compared to the Auto Sports show, which is the beginning of the year, this is like 100 times more busier. But I suppose that's showing where the car scene's going for the future. Who knows? But this show is looking very busy, to be fair. I think also, looking at the price of it, great value for money. I think a family ticket's 50 quid, 2 adults, 2 kids. So I think that's another reason why people are coming to the show. So what's mad to think is, we've been sat here reminiscing this weekend, me and the missus. So this car, who's now my son's, the magazine is November 04. That there is 20 years ago. 20-year-old I built this car, and it's still in the family today, that my lad still drives, enjoys and uses. That car and this car have shaped my career, our life as a family, what we do, where we've been, everything from these 2 Corsas. You'd never think, looking back when this was built, anyone who knows me from the Corsa Sport days will know, when I built this, you never expect to still own them 20 years later. Like I say, I bought this in 2000 brand new, and we still own it today. And then that evolved into that, which has then grown into this YouTube and social media adventure. Wild to even think. So this wasn't here yesterday. This is a Sierra pickup. It says RS42. I haven't seen in front yet, so I'm going to have a look around. All the arches have obviously been widened, and it looks like a Jag V8 supercharged engine in a wide arch Sierra body. That is very interesting. I think I'm going to try and get some contact details and possibly try and get a full feature on this thing, because this is quite interesting. I wonder if it's been a floor pan swap, because it looks like it has been a full chassis swap, because from working the Sierras, these areas don't look like Sierra, so maybe it has had a full floor plan from a Jag fitted and then the Sierra pickup put on top. I'm not normally an American car kind of fan, but I have a bit of a soft spot always for this style of I don't know if the classes, I think the classes chassis over cab type things. This thing is beautiful. We've come back to see the world's fastest shed, and as for it is what I thought it was. So by the looks of things, it is technically all box sectioned off around the RS V8 engine, and as you can see, fastest motorized wheelbarrow, fastest motorized BMX, and then I would have thought the other ones for the fastest shed. It's a chopped off chassis from like an RS6, and then the shed put on top, all box sectioned out, all wood. All wood, everything's wood. All these I would have thought to pull air in, because obviously that's not the best for airflow. I would love to go down the motorway in this thing just to feel and see what people's reactions are. So managed to come back and see the Capri with the bonnet open. This is the 2-litre laser engine, but it is single turboed. Looking at it, it's old school because it's what the class has, a blow through turbo. So that means the fuel sprays out pre-turbo, and then fuel comes up into here, blows through the turbo, which then goes, I'm going to guess, around into the intercooler and then into the engine. Wow, old school technology, really old school. And I spoke to the owner. This is unrestored. This is how it came from new. He said, I think he said one owner, super clean, low mileage, nice to see, still kept in original condition. So this is quite interesting. Again, the newer generation of cars, I think it's an M3, but what's wild is twin turboed, mental 2 precision turbos, giant intercooler at the bottom. But what makes this again slightly different, which I can really appreciate, this near enough all carbon wings, carbon doors, carbon quarter panels, carbon roof, carbon boot. This is a really nice car. This is one of them cars where it's not your typical stage 3, stage 2, whatever it is. It's been properly personalised. Again, I would have thought maybe racing or drifting or something like that. I gotta admit, it is absolutely beautiful. I've walked past the back of this probably 10 times over the weekend. How I can come around the front and spotted this. Look at the massive turbo stuck out the front. Honda swap looks something, I don't know the exact B18. I would have surmised it is. Looks like a something like a Mamba 28 possibly. Intercooler on top and Savannah. This is an original Clio dimmer Williams. All original, been fully restored, really nice stereo system, one of only 2. Don't want to show too much because this is coming to the channel in the future. I think this is another YouTuber's car from memory. I have watched some of this lad's content, and this is a really nice Mark 1 Escort with, don't know engine codes on these, but I would have thought it's something like an ST170 engine or something like that, or maybe even a 2.3. Show someone who'll put it in the comments on throttle bodies. Really nice car. Tucked away in a corner. In my opinion, one of the most iconic British touring cars to ever be built was the Volvo 850 T5 touring car. Obviously this is a replica. I think there's only probably 2, maybe even 1 of the originals left. Jason Minshaw owns that, who owns Demon Tweaks. It's normally either in Silverstone's museum, or I think it's been brought back to Demon Tweaks now to be on display. There was a rumour when these were racing that they actually made a carbon fibre dog to sit in the back of the car whilst racing to annoy people, because that was the reason why. Big advertising gimmick was to use an estate car as a touring car. This looks really good. Nice little phase 2 RS turbo, just in the mix of all the supercars. Just a really clean RS turbo. Big brakes, aftermarket wheels, very tidy. Very impressed. This wasn't here yesterday, and like I say, what is nice, and I really do like, people won't know this, the younger generation, so the reg. Plot the reg, F93 Tel. All the windows are etched. It was a feature back in the day where you had your windows etched, because technically if someone stole your car, they couldn't use the windows because your reg was imprinted on it. Old school thing that back in the day. So this is how my brain works. McLaren, didn't even spot that. Look at this thing. Nice little Fiesta. 1.6S. This is in mint condition, and I mean mint. I'd love to know the mileage. It is super clean. God knows what the mileage is. Really nice clean Fiesta. Nice to see a Survivor car, and it's not one of the, how can I put it, it's not one of the RS models. Normally Survivors are always like RS turbos and that type of thing, but this, really nice, to be fair. And I'm more interested in this than I am the McLaren. So that's the end of the event. Great weekend, to be fair. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Great atmosphere, great people, great cars, full mixture of everything. And I think if anybody wants to come to this event in the future, I think I've even said, with the economy at the moment, this has been, looking at the prices, has been very reasonably priced. It's not kind of milking it. And even speaking to the guy who organises this, it's solely not about the money. It's all about getting the car community together, all growing and all being in one place. Massive kudos to the guys who organised this event. Really enjoyed it, and I'm sure we'll be back in 2025 and we'll be at other events with Petrol Legends throughout the year. So, signing off guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.